Hello Ramen Nation, Chris Cobain here bringing you a very special Pokemon video. Now, first note before we get into everything here, I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in about 2 weeks, and a lot of people have been asking me, by the way, you can take this one. I think one of the rare times I do this, but that's how important this is. So, it's been about 2 weeks since I uploaded anything. I've been getting questions about, what's going on and where's some of the YouTube videos and why I haven't been uploading. Well, today is kind of the official announcement of why I haven't been uploading. Is because I've been pretty busy with something else, getting something set up for you guys that I thought was really cool. And if you look right below the webcam there, you can see the official logo for the NPA, or the National Pokemon Association. Now, you've seen leagues like this pop up before with some pretty big YouTubers in it. Basically, it's a draft. It's a league of a certain amount of people, and you all draft 12 Pokemon, and you just go with that team. You face everyone else in Pokemon battles, taking 6 of the 12 to each battle, and kind of like a VGC style, bring 6 but only take 4 of the matches. It's, have 12 but only bring 6, depending on who your opponent that week is, what you feel you need, that kind of stuff. So I was asked to take part of this, and I happily agreed because I really enjoy the concept of what this is. So this is my NPA draft analysis, where I'll be going over each Pokemon that I have, all 12 of them, explaining what they do, why I like them, that kind of stuff, just to get you acquainted with my team. First note going into this is that I was actually absent from the live draft that they had over on Twitch because I was just busy, among other things, when it happened. So what they actually did for me is they actually gave me, I think, partially random Pokemon, and when I was able to figure out what the random ones were, they allowed me to take things that weren't already on, that weren't already taken. So I was able to switch out. I made a bunch of changes to the team, and I like a lot of what I got. I got some crazy stuff. I'm going to be going over some of that soon. So what we're going to do to start this off is we're going to go with the Pokemon that I kept, that were obtained randomly, that I just decided to keep because I like them, and then we'll move on to what I picked up and why. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started. We're starting pretty easy here. The first 4 Pokemon, I believe, are ones that you guys really know because of me. Some of my staples are in here, and that's the main reason I kept them, because I know what they do and I'm glad to have them. So starting off, our first Pokemon that I obtained is Yanmega. Now, we've seen Yanmega do a lot of stuff for me in the past. He's an amazing, amazing Pokemon. 116 special attack, 95 base speed, access to, obviously, the speed boost ability, which I run, and Tinted Lens, which is a hidden gem of ability that you don't really see on him a lot. Life Orb, Mind's Expert Belt, he can even be Specs with those, with that speed boost if he wants to. Super strong stab attacker, one of the best cleanup. Speed boost, probably the best cleanup ability in the entire game, really. Running stuff like Bug Buzz, of course, and Air Slash for stab. Access to stuff like Defog, Tailwind, Roost, which you don't see very often, but you actually have seen Defog on mine. Amazing coverage, Giga Drain, Ancient Power, Shadow Ball, Psychic. This guy is just very good at what he does, and that's just hitting things hard quickly. If you can get him set up with the right Pokemon at the right HP and just get a speed boost on him, he ends up outspeeding the entire game. Just wrecked team. I think for my Pokemon, I think I've literally swept with Yanmega more than anything else. A straight out 6 kills by Yanmega. I've done that with him at least 4 or 5 times. All it takes is just the right Pokemon, the right moves. If they're weak to the right stuff, if I can get them low enough, you just bring him in. Easy cleanup, no problem. Straight out decimates the competition with ease. Love this guy to death. Happy to have him. Like I said, got him randomly, just so happened. I was like, yes, fantastic cleanup sweeper, and mine specifically could be used as a hazard remover, though maybe not in this. We'll see. We'll have to see. I'm happy to have him. Moving on into the second Pokemon that I obtained in this draft, another one that I've used quite a lot, and that one is going to be Porygon Z. Porygon Z is an amazing, just like Yanmega, amazing special attacker. We're talking 135 special attack, that's huge. And of course, his 90 speed stat, which anything in the 9x speed, always really good. Easily scarfable, easily banded / specs, fast enough to run without a scarf, and of course just slow enough to where a scarf makes a lot of sense. So specs and scarf, 2 easy ones. He can life orb, he's got setup, he can double dance as it's called with agility, and nasty plot, which would be the equivalent of 2 dragon dances with the exception that would be special attack and super attack, of course. Amazing coverage as for all normal types. That's what normal types do. Stab attacks, you only need 1. Tri attack, of course. What else are you going to run? I mean, you could run, I guess, adaptability, hyper beam, if you wanted to, but why? You know, you got tri attack, it's just as hard. Like I said, nasty plot, agility, he's got recover. He's got access to T-wave if he wants to be utility. More of a move for Porygon 2, but he can learn it anyway. Check out the coverage of this thing. I wrote it down. Check out the coverage. Psychic, Psyshock, Signal Beam, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Thunderbolt, Thunder, Shadow Ball, Charge Beam actually, and Dark Pulse. That's huge. You got Dark Pulse and Shadow Ball from the ghost types and you can't hit them. You got Psyshock to hit the physical defense if they're trying to bring out a special wall, which, by the way, doesn't really matter if your specs adaptability is smack and tri-attack on things. It still pretty much hits like a truck, but you still have that option just in case. You have Charge Beam to raise your special attack without having to boost. If you want to run it, you get like an easy kill, you know, a cleanup kill or something that's weak to electric. Gyarados off the top of my head, you know, something double weak, you can just raise your special attack and just go from there. Very easy. Incredibly powerful special attacker. Does everything that it needs to do perfectly. That be super strong special attacker, whether it's with stab, whether it's with his coverage, whatever it takes. He can do it. Easy sweeps if you can get it right, especially if you run like a Sash nasty plot set when you've removed some of your opponent's faster Pokemon. Easy way to get stuff going. This guy will be a truck of a Pokemon. He will definitely change from battle to battle depending on the opponent's team. Specs and Scarf I will probably be using on him as well as if I feel like the chance is there, I will probably try to run maybe the Double Dance set with either Tri-Attack and Psyshock or Tri-Attack and Dark Pulse / Shadow Ball for Ghosts. But we will see. Love this guy though, again, very happy to have him. Alright, so jumping into the third Pokemon as we continue the theme of Pokemon that I have already used before is one of the staples I've used before, the second Pokemon on the list that I've swept with Oddgale being one of them, of course. It'll be Zoroark. This guy's amazing. I can't say anything else about him other than the fact that he's freaking amazing. And he actually can do stuff I didn't even know he could do when I used him back when I first started battling. You want to take a look at his 120 special attack, which is really high, his 105 speed, which is really good. And check this out, something I didn't even know about him when I used him, 105 attack. That's only 15 less than his special attack, meaning this guy is very, very capable of being either mixed or straight out just a physical Pokemon. Of course, his illusion ability makes this thing super terrifying. No matter what, as long as he's alive and hasn't been revealed yet, he's always a threat. Why? Because he can be anything. The opponent is always scared. Every Pokemon that comes out, he has to be a little worried in the back, like, what if it's Zoroark, you know? Oh, I brought out a physical attacker. I'm going to bring in my physical, but what if it's Zoroark, you know? Well, it's a fighting type. I'm going to hit with a psychic. Well, what if it's the Zoroark? So you always have to keep that guy in the back of your head. Otherwise, he will catch you. He will get you eventually if you're not paying attention to him. He's always there. Easily the Sash Nasty Plot. He can Life Orb. He can actually Scarf. He can even Specs. Hell, he can Band if you really wanted him to. He can really surprise people with his physical moveset. It's mostly stab, but it's got utility to it. And when people see him, the first thing they think, not always going to be that physical prowess. They're always going to be aware of that special attacking power if you can catch them with it. You'll get him. Stab. Only Dark, of course. Dark Pulse's signature move, Night Daze. Knock off Pursuit and Sucker Punch. Look at that utility on the physical side. Knock off Pursuit for Pursuit Trapping. Sucker Punch for that priority. Status moves that he gets Substitute. Basically, all Pokemon get Substitute. He gets Substitute, Swords Dance, and Nasty Plot. So, you get a sub up. Maybe you force a switch because you bring in something. You bring in your physical attacker, and they're like, oh, well, crap, you know, I need to bring out my physical. I'm going to switch. All of a sudden, you've nasty plotted, and they're in trouble because now not only are they in the physical wall against a special attacker, but it's +2 and really fast. He actually gets agility as well, giving him the access to the double dance, as it's called, and access to home claws as well. But I sword dance is better than the axe with him. Coverage moves including, and you see the mix of physical and special here. You got U-turn, Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, Focus Blast, Extra Sentry, Grass Knot, and even Counter if you want to run that Focus Sash set. Hit up that counter real quick, you know, especially again, not expecting it. Whatever is out doesn't look like a sash, or they just drill it with whatever. All of a sudden, Zork's Frownus becomes your advantage because you just smashed them with counter and killed something without even being aware. But like I said, strong physical attack, strong special attacker, doable physical attacker that can catch people. One of the easiest Pokemon in the game to set up, in my opinion, if played right. With Illusion, you can easily force switches on the right Pokemon. They'll never see it, you know, it's hard to see it coming unless they make a risky predict, you know, and I've actually stuck with this guy before using a combo featuring a Hitmonlee, where I forced the opponent to Psychic Attack, nasty plotted, over. So, you know, my sash is still intact at that point, at the plot up, it's over. So if I can get some of that going in this league, that would be awesome, and I'm definitely going to try. So jumping into the final Pokemon that I've already used before that I actually just randomly got out of pure luck that I love to death is my boy Empoleon. Empoleon, I can't say enough about this guy. He's amazing, okay? Check out his stat line here. 84 HP, 86 attack, 88 defense, 111 massive special attack, 101 special defense, and 60 speed. This thing is a straight out monster. His special bulk, incredible. His physical bulk is actually pretty up there. Pretty easily can take any non-super physical hit, especially with Scald, because we all know Scald burns. Easily Assault Vest attack, easily a moveset to be a great AV Pokemon, which is how I run him. Can be the Lefty's utility set. He gets access to Stealth Rocks, he gets access to the Fog. So he can set up rocks, he can remove hazards. Beautiful. He can be offensive, he can be defensive, he can actually even run physical with the ability to Defiant. Or any stat, maybe if you switch into something that intimidates you. Nope, Defiant says, what's up? Maybe if you set up Sticky Web. Nope, not only can I switch in and defog away your web, but my Defiant's already kicked in. So now I'm at +2 attack. Gets access to Scald, Hydro, Flash Cannon, and then Waterfall, Aqua Jet, and Metal Claw on the physical side. Metal Claw is the best stab attack, but it's there. It's doable. Like I said, Stealth Rocks, the Fog, he can Roar, he can Sword Dance, he can Agility, he can even Iron Defense, if you really would like him to. And then access to Ice Beam, Blizzard, Grass Knot, Earthquake, Brick Break, Rock Slide, Knockoff, and Signal Beam. Check out that physical side. How about Aqua Jet for priority, Waterfall for strong stab, Earthquake, Knockoff for the utility? Wow. Or take off Earthquake, throw in Swords Dance or something? Wow. That's a moveset. That will get you going. Great special wall, sets up and remove hazards, as I said. Great switch into Fairies and Dragons, who to me still two probably most threatening types in general. In the game. Easily brings in both, destroys both with Flash Cannon / Ice Beam. Can definitely catch people off guard with his power. He can get to crack some quick damage and work well with that Scald. We all know Scald, giant pain in the butt, especially for me. So great to have him, love him, and that is the last Pokemon that I've got that I already used. That I just luck of the draw, I guess. So. Another amazing Pokemon with Empoleon, of course. So next up, we get to jump into some of the Pokemon that I had, that I obtained that I haven't already used, and we're going to start off with a really, really good one, and I think the first OU Pokemon on this list is Borderline 1, and his name is Diggersby, though. Now, I've never used Diggersby. You guys know me pretty well. I'm not really the OU guy. I've only run a few OU Pokemon my entire life, but that said, I've faced them enough to know exactly what they are capable of, and there's no difference with Diggersby though. Diggersby has a weak 56 attack stat and 78 to the speed, as well as 77 to both his defenses. Now at base value, that looks pretty weak. Not really bulky, not really powerful, not really fast. So why is Diggersby borderline? Why? Huge power. That's why. Just huge power. You don't need anything else. He's got great coverage. Amazing. Oh my God, he's got coverage. And his ability, giving him an effective 112 math, 112 attack stat, which is a lot. Which is a good, still not a ton actually, but it's a lot. He can be scarfed to the speed. Plenty of speed to be scarfed. On the low end, but he can do it. He can ban, Life Orb, he can be a setup Pokemon if you want him to. Stab, pretty simple. Return, maybe Double Edge, Earthquake, Quick Attack, he's got that priority. Maybe easy ban. He gets access to Bulk Up to raise his attack and defense. He's got Sword Dance and Agility, like the fourth Pokemon I think has the ability to Agility and boost its attack, but it's either of its attack stats by 2. So if you bring him out, get 1 free Sword Dance off, dude, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. And check out the coverage that I wasn't even aware it was this hardcore. Check out this coverage. Hammer Arm, Stone Edge, U-Turn, Wild Charge, all 3 elemental punches, Thunder, Fire, and Ice, Super Power, and Gunk Shot, which I had no idea. I knew Super Power, I knew Wild Charge, I knew U-Turn, I knew Hammer Arm, and I even knew the punches, but Gunk Shot, really? Gunk Shot, wow. So that's pretty crazy. Amazing coverage, and the power that he has, and the coverage that he rolls with, super hard to switch in on this guy with basically anything. Even physical walls fear this, especially if they're not resistant to both normal and ground, which not a lot is. But if you can't switch in on an Earthquake, dude, physical walls have a hard time with, especially ban, dude. You force to switch with, something that they need that's kind of low. You're bluffing Quick Attack, they switch into a physical wall, boom, you don't resist ground, all of a sudden their physical wall just got thrashed. And now it's hard for them to heal. He's a great Pokemon. He's not as versatile as some of the other Pokemon that you've seen so far, like Empoleon, like Zoroark. But that's not the problem. Everyone knows what's going to happen when Diggersby comes in. He's just going to try to hit you on the physical side and hurt you. Just because you see it coming doesn't mean you can stop it. He's that strong. That's just how he rolls. Very strong Pokemon. Very happy to have him. And he's the first of a few OU Pokemon that you'll see that I'm very happy to have, including the next guy, which is actually the last Pokemon that I just straight out kept. And he's the gem. He's the gem of it, and I cannot believe that this guy just fell to me. But I'll take him. I'm not mad. Love him, and he will be maybe one of the biggest, definitely one of the biggest Pokemon on my entire side. And his name is Tornadus Therian. In my opinion, the better of the 2 versions of Tornadus. Check out this line real fast for me. 79 HP, 100 attack, 80 defense, 110 special attack, 90 special defense, and how about Mega Pidgeot style, 121 base speed. Dude is a monster. That stat line, as it should be with a legend, crazy. Very fast. Actually pretty bulky, very strong on both attacks, straight out monster, and why not throw a Regenerator on him? Because, that's what he needs with that extra bulk. Why not just throw a Regenerator with that speed? As well as access to U-Turn, meaning, oh, you did a little bit of damage, that's cool, I'm faster than you. U-Turn, bye. Now I can pick whatever I want to take the tick shot that I know you're going to throw at me, and I got my HP back, that's great. Life Orb, easily a Life Orb Pokemon if you want him to be, especially with that regen ability, especially with a Life Orb. Easily. No worries about that. He can actually be Assault Vest. He's got access to plenty of moves being an Assault Vest Pokemon. Doesn't actually get a ton of status attacks, which means it makes a lot of sense. So it throws a little bit of extra bulk on him, as well as, again, that U-Turn to get that Regenerator going, which will keep his health up, keeping his bulk relevant. Hurricane, Air Slash, Acrobatics. You could run items on him that you can remove, such as a Citrus or something, if you really wanted to get Acro going. But typically, on the stab side of things, typically he's more of the special variant. Access to moves such as Tailwind, which is actually obviously nice. Substitute, of course, bulk up actually, which is interesting, and agility. But the main thing we want to talk about for this guy is his coverage. This guy, I can't. Ready? This physical and special, take your pick. Hammer Arm, Revenge, Extra Sentry, and Psychic, Crunch, Dark Pulse, Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, Grass Knot, U-Turn, Heat Wave, Knock Off, and Superpower. Why? Why that many moves? Why? He can do everything. He can do everything. Sludge Bomb and Knock, like, why? It's crazy. Basically, every Pokemon in existence he can destroy somehow. No Pokemon can possibly wall off every attack he's got. They just can't. He's got strong physical. He's got strong special. You can bring in nothing. If it exists, Tornadus can hit it hard. And the great thing about this guy, the kicker for this guy is just the fact that he has Regenerator, which just adds to that, which just makes him that much more scary, because not only can he destroy you, but no matter what, if you're doing damage to him, it doesn't always matter, because all he has to do is click that switch up, click that U-turn, and it's back. And it's back, and you can bring it back out later on an Earthquake. If you can play it, U-turn again. All of a sudden, that Pokemon with half health is back up to max. Still just as scary, especially when he's Life Orb and you've got no switch-in, because you can't. What are you going to switch into? You can't risk it. You don't know his moveset yet. When you face this guy, you don't know what he's going to run. So all of a sudden, you think you've got him all figured out. Oh, I'm going to switch into this because I'm expecting. Boom. Nope, you're dead. You're dead. Because I just 2-hit you easily and you turned out on your next Pokemon. Peace. Love him to death. Happy to have him. Ecstatic to have this guy on my team. Love him. Love him. He's going to be awesome. So with that, we actually finish off the Pokemon that I obtained through sheer, I guess you could call it, luck. And we can move on to the Pokemon that I obtained myself. I had a bunch of different stuff that I didn't really care for, among those Sneasel, Spiritomb, Ursaring, among some others that are okay Pokemon, but I'd rather would not have on my team. So with that, we bring the next Pokemon, which is actually the lowest tier Pokemon I have, sitting in the RU tier, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because my Pokemon is Alomomola. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. It's one of my least favorite Pokemon. Really, honestly. But I saw it available, and you can't, because you can't kill this thing. It goes along with Tornadus, same ability, Regenerator. We know what that does. 30 or so percent of your HP comes back as soon as you switch out. This thing is one of the most obnoxious Pokemon on the face of the planet. And it doesn't, the worst thing is that it can only do one thing. It only has like one viable moveset. It doesn't matter, you can't make it go away. It won't go the hell away. It's that annoying. Pretty much always lefties. It's a cleric. It's annoying. That's what it really is. It scalds everything to death. Just constantly. You cannot switch into it. He just keeps scalding, burns everything on the field, toxic shit that can't be burnt. Then just wish protects your face because why not? Has access to Refresh to remove his own status ailments if he gets them. Has access to Pain Split. Not that that's a great attack. I didn't even mention his stat pool. How about 80 defense? Excuse me. How about 165 HP? So Pain Split, probably not the best idea because the HP is so high, but it has it. It's just a pain. It's the same thing as Diggersby. Not super versatile. It only does one thing, but it does it so well it doesn't matter. Yeah, you know what it's gonna do. It's gonna come in. It's gonna physically wall you. Stop him. I dare you. Oh wait, you can't. He's too annoying. And the kicker for all this is maybe legitimately possibly the best Wish Passer in the entire game in terms of how its Wish works. Because if you wish and you pass it to somebody, guess what? You switched out. So you know what kicks in? Regenerator. So you end up healing two Pokemon at once, as well as the fact that its HP status is so high. You gotta remember, Wish heals 50% of the Pokemon that used Wish. As in, if you bring in a Pokemon with low health, with a fairly low HP stat, it heals half of that up base 165 as opposed to whoever else you switch into. So all of a sudden, a kind of frail Pokemon, a kind of low HP Pokemon that's at like, I don't know, 10% health, for whatever reason, all of a sudden it's at like 80, 90. And it's completely back in the game. And it's like, why? How did I let that happen? Why? Because it's out of the mold. What else are you going to do to it? Love this thing. I hate this thing. I hate this thing a lot. But I couldn't pass it up. I just could not pass it up. I knew I needed some kind of really obnoxious wall as well as a really good wish passer. Saw this thing sitting there. It was just too good. So, hate it. But I love that it's on my team. I can't wait to annoy the hell out of people. Okay, so jumping into the next one is, I think one of the, I think only 2 Pokemon, I believe, that I picked up that I've already used before. And this one's awesome. I mentioned earlier in the video, when I was talking about Zoroark, that I got a Zoroark sweep because I disguised Zoroark as a specific fighting type. We have that fighting type here, and his name is Hitmonlee, or Special Hitmonlee, as my Ramen Nation fans will be aware of. This is what Zoroark was disguised as when he swept because the opponent went for Psychic. Because it's a fighting type, didn't work, I nasty plotted. Game. I swept with a Focus Sash +2 Zoroark. Combo that I used for a long time, love to death. Awesome. But of course, this guy's value does not stop at he helps Zoroark get going. This dude's a monster. 120 attack, 110 special defense, making him way bulkier than a lot of people give him credit for. And 87 speed to kick that off. And why not 2 of the strongest abilities that you could possibly ask for? Reckless, with access to the strongest Reckless attack in the game, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. High jump kick. And Unburden. Unburden to double his speed when he loses an item. Can easily run normal gem fake out to get the Unburden going. He can run a choice scarf with Reckless high jump kick. But with his speed, he can actually easily bandit and be a Reckless high jump kicker. And by the way, unless you're a ghost, you're probably dead. And then of course you can run like an Endure set with Reversal and a Leechy Berry to raise his attack. So now he's at +2 attack. He's at +2 speed, excuse me, +1 attack. He's got Reversal with that 150 1 HP, I think, base power. I might be wrong there. And then access to priority as well in the form of Mach Punch. So stab, I mentioned it. High jump kick, I said Reversal as well. I said Mach Punch. Close combat as well, which is nice too. But he's got a lot of other stuff that you can make use of. But of course, close combat always useful. Gets access to Endure, like I said, to run that Endure to get your elite berry kicked in for your Unburden. Gets access to Bulk Up if you want to run something like that. He can do it. Great Pokemon, like I said, he got access to Fake Out with the normal gem. Rapid Spin, actually, if you want to be hazard. Wouldn't suggest it, but you can do it. Blaze Kick, Earthquake, Poison Jab, Stone Edge, and Rock Slide. Bullet Punch as well. Pursuit, and Knock Off, the last 2 being great for Ghost, especially Pursuit Trapping, always a nice thing. And Knock Off is always good when especially when you're Scarfed. You got that high jump kick rolling. All of a sudden, you're like, I need to get out of here. Ghost, whatever. Knock off, 120 base attack. Rip, gone. Like I said, this guy is Zoroark's best friend when it comes to my team. Very strong, very versatile physical attacker. He can do a lot of things really well in the physical side. Hard to stop. Amazing stab. Some of the best stab in the game. You figure, what, 150, 140 base power high jump kick? I'm all over the place on this guy. Reversal, like I said, 150 launcher. Close combat's 120. And you have to pick your poison on the ability. You have no idea what it is going into it. You can either assume it's Unburden and continue to try to play around the fact that you think it's Unburden by trying to avoid fake outs, or trying to not, keep continuing to be scared of Endure and trying to not hit him really hard because you don't want to take him that 1 HP, get that berry kicked in, whatever the case may be. And then all of a sudden, well, he wasn't even that, he's Reckless and he just won't hit something with a high jump kick. Or you can predict Reckless and be ready for high jump kicks, and then all of a sudden you switch and his Unburden is kicked in somehow. And they're like, well, crap, he has to use my entire team and I don't have anything left that really stops him. I cannot say enough though about the threat about Rourke in the back. Always, with Rourke just sitting there, you can steer people away from even wanting to go for psychic attacks. And then of course, Reckless high jump kick, whether it's scarfed or banned, just basically destroys almost everything in the game that on a switch in. If you're banded and they switch in on it, basically destroys everything that isn't a ghost. There's some obvious ones out there that would resist, double resist, Gardevoir, stuff like that. That will be able to eat it up, but most of the game fears Reckless High Jump Kick. And love this guy. He's going to be awesome. Hopefully we can get a special Hitmonlee thing going in this. That would be very cool. That'd be very cool. I got to swoop with it once before. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it again. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So jumping into the next one, it's another Pokemon that I've already used before. And it's one of my favorites. Super duper huge, ridiculous UU threat. His name is Haxorus. Haxorus is a god. That's all I have to say about him. We can just move on. Nah, Haxorus, 147 attack. Holy crap, that's a lot. Wow. 90 defense. He's actually very bulky on the defensive side. 70 special defense, kind of frail there, but he can do it. And then, of course, 97 speed. Easily scarfable. Actually easily bandable. Life Orb Pokemon. My set. Lum. Which we'll get into why Lum later. Stab, fairly simple. Outrage and Dragon Claw. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. That's the two you run. You can dual chop, really, if you really want to. That's all he needs, though, typically. Status, Dragon Dance. Swords Dance, actually. And then a Taunt for walls. Why not, right? And the coverage. The coverage is pretty nice as well. But Earthquake, Poison Jab for fairies. Shadow Claw X's are actually Night Slash, Aqua Tail. And, of course, why not just throw in Superpower? It is for that amazing fighting type coverage. Why the hell not? This guy is a nightmare. He is a nightmare Pokemon. One Dragon Dance is all he needs, and he can destroy absolutely everything. High speed, crazy high attack. If you give a +1 boost to that, along with the fact that he's got really doable coverage. Strength. I've destroyed many of the teams with this guy before. All it takes, it's easy. There's very few things that can stop him after one Dragon Dance, to be completely honest with you. He just thrashes. So if you can take out the right things, get them kind of low, take out, maybe Ice Sharders or whatever, well, then the Hax is always a constant threat. Always got to be aware he's in the back. Always got to be aware of what's a Y ability. If it's setup fodder, you don't need it. Get him out of there, because all of a sudden, he's gonna thrash you. Which brings up the reason why I like the Lumberry. Lumberry lets him laugh at statusers, as well as helps him outrage if he needs to do that, if you're running that. But the main guy, the main Pokemon I love to set this guy up on is my boy Rotom. Why? Because what can Rotom, the two main Rotoms are Wash and Heat. So their stabs combined are electric for both, obviously, water and fire. Guess what resists all three of those? Oh yeah, Dragon. So what are they going to do to him when he's at max HP? Will-O-Wisp, because he's a physical attacker. But I Dragon Danced and my Lumberry kicked in, and now Moldbreaker Earthquake is going to poop on you. So I love setting this guy up. It's so much fun. I've set him up on everything from Willow, Toxic. I've set him up on Sleep Powers. I set him up on Stun Spores. Doesn't matter. You bring it in. You know what they're going to do to you. You just laugh at it. And all of a sudden, this threat's at +1. They thought they were good. They're not. They're done. I've done it. I had my hack sweep that I've uploaded on YouTube was because I set up on a Rotom. I think a Rotom Wash is what it was, and he tried to move him and failed because of the Rotom, and all of a sudden it was just sweep mode. Stop me. Love this guy to death. He's one of my favorites. Extremely excited to have him. He was actually drafted, but said the person who drafted him actually dropped him for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why, but when he did, mine. Thank you. Bye. So we got Hacks. Loving it. Can't wait to use him. I love this guy. So that brings us actually to the last three, and trust me, I saved the best for last here. We did this on purpose to get this down to the final three the way it is. We have three really, really ridiculous Pokemon coming into this. The first one here, Two of these last three were not drafted. This one was not drafted at all. Which confuses me. I don't know why. But I'm not complaining because I love him and I was very happy to pick him up. And his name is Kobalion. Now, again, not really sure why he wasn't picked up. Check this guy out. 91 HP, 90 attack, 129 defense. Wow. 90 special attack, 72 special defense, and 108 speed. He does everything. Everything. When you want to say versatile, as I've been saying in this video, he does it. He can wall. He can attack both ways. He can be a stall breaker. He can be a staller. He's a pain. He's a pain in the ass. Stab, Iron Head, Close Combat, Sacred Sword, Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, and Superpower. That's amazing. Like both physical and special, he can do either or if you want him to. And then access to Thunder Wave with the Iron Head combo to Paraflinch. Stealth Rocks, because why not? Iron Defense if you want to. Calm Mind and Swords Dance for that setup potential. And then Taunt, because like I said, Stall Breaker, boys. And then coverage-wise, you only really go with Volt Switch typically. He's got some other stuff, but typically it's either status or stab on this guy. He's really good. Very, very amazing utility Pokemon with the rocks and the Paraflinching potential. Really annoying to deal with. Steel, always an annoying type, especially combined with such a powerful offensive stab and fighting. And one of his best things, Taunt setup. You bring in a wall for him, you taunt it, and all of a sudden that wall becomes really useless, and now I've Swords Dance. Now I'm Calm Minding, all of a sudden, I've got Iron Head Close Combat breathing down your neck, and I'm at +2, and it's really hard to switch in on him. Very easy to set up very quickly, get some stuff going, get some quick, fast damage, and like I said, again, very, very good utility Pokemon for me to have. Like I said, I saw him available. There was no debate. I just instantly said, I'm taking that guy right now. Give me him. And I'm very happy to have him. He'll be very good for me. He will probably be, him and Napoleon obviously will be my main stealth rockers on this team. And this guy is just going to annoy the hell out of my opponents. And all it takes is the right Pokemon to switch into. The right support. And this guy is almost unkillable. Especially with what he does. Can't wait to use him. He's amazing. And that brings us to the final two. The final two Pokemon coming into this. This is the one that was drafted, but yet again dropped. And again, I'm not really positive why he was dropped. But I literally I'm in a Skype group with these guys, and I was talking to the people in it, and one guy said, I'm dropping Kyurem, and the next message was, I'm picking up Kyurem. Instantly, I was like, thank you. Did I just say Kyurem? I said Kyurem. I think I screwed that up. I didn't even tell you it was Kyurem. They dropped it. By the way, it's Kyurem. Did I say that enough? Wow. Again, they dropped him. They said, I'm dropping Kyurem, and Chris said, I'm picking up Kyurem. Give me him. Wow. Wow. 660 base stat total, I believe is what he's got. 125 HP. Damn. 130 attack. Damn. 130 special attack. Damn again. 90 to both defenses. Wow. 95 speed. What the hell? Why? Why is everything on this guy 90 or more? That's ridiculous. 125 HP combined with double 90 defenses, 90 to both defenses. That's bulk. That is bulk. Don't sleep on that. 130 to both attacks. Why? Why? That's too much. That's more physical attack than Hitmonlee, and about the same special attack as Zoroark. Why? He can be Specs. He can be Scarf. He can Sub-Roost. He can Toxic Stall you. He can Wall you. He can be a physical or a special or mixed. He can ban whatever you want him to do. This is maybe the most versatile Pokemon in the game, to me, honestly. I don't know if there's another, outside of like Mew, but I digress. He can do literally everything. Literally everything. If it exists in the game, he can do it. Here's why. Here's why, okay? Stab. Just check out the stab. Just relax. Ice Beam, Dragon Pulse, Blizzard, Outrage, Dragon Claw, Dragon Tail, and Draco Meteor. Basically everything, except for Physical Ice. But, damn, wow, that's just crazy. That's just stab alone. Status, like I said, Substitute, Roost, Toxic, of course, everyone learns that. Hone Claws, because why not? Like I said, he can do everything. You want to set up attacker? Boom, you got him. You got him. That's all he needs, man. And then coverage, the Shadow Ball, Psychic, Earth Power, Zen Headbutt, Iron Head, and Focus Blast. This thing, like I've said it like 10 times now, he can do whatever you need him to do. If you need a wall, done. If you need an attacker physically or specially, done. You need a Scarfer, great. You need specs, awesome. Got you. I got you covered. You need something to just straight out be annoying, Substitute, Toxic, and then Roost, and then Dragon Tail things into hazards as a phaser, done. He can do that too. This guy, I will change this guy like every match, I guarantee it. For every battle he's in, which is probably going to be all of them, because like I said, why not? He can fit any role I want him to fit into, and he's so good at everything, he'd probably be in every single one of my teams. Spoilers. And I will be able to change him every match. The opponent will see the Kyurem, they'll have no idea what Kyurem's going to do. They'll have to fear him the entire... What if it switches in and walls me? What if it's just a max offensive and all of a sudden I switch into a Draco and die? You know? You don't know. I can even Substitute and Roost, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're thinking it's bulky, and then I'm actually, surprise, max special attack, max attack, I just outrage something in the face. Peace. You know? But like I said, that's why I picked him up. That's basically what he does. That's it. It's just everything, and he does it all very well. And I'm ecstatic to have him. And he's gonna be a gem. He's definitely gonna be a gem, and can't wait to run him. So, with that, without further ado, it brings us to our final. Now, I haven't revealed a Mega, and in the league, you can only have one Mega on your entire team. Despite the fact that you have 12, you don't have to bring them all. You're only allowed one Mega. Now, like I said before I talked about Cobalion, 2 of the final 3 Pokemon were not drafted. This Mega, this is my Mega for the team, was not drafted. I don't know, I can't. I have no idea why. When I was going through the Pokemon that it was drafted, I kind of looked for every Pokemon that I thought was plausibly not drafted. You know, some of the like the lower tier, like obviously stuff like Chomp, Chansey, Landorus, etc. Those things are obviously going to be drafted because they're way up there. So I was looking for like maybe kind of lower tier OU Pokemon that I could find, or UU Pokemon that might have went missing, like Cobalion and Haxorus. And then it was brought to my attention by one of my viewers, or actually one of my mods now, Reiki, that this wasn't drafted. Now, I actually started off with Mega Heracross, which I was absolutely ecstatic with. I was completely happy with that. And then when I was told this was available, I just grabbed it. And check it out. The final Pokemon I have, the undrafted Pokemon that I just grabbed, is Mega Altaria is debatably the best Mega out in the game, really. But definitely top 2, top 3 top Megas outside of Anything Goes and Oodles. Literally, it is currently, as I do this video, the most threatening, dangerous, powerful OU Pokemon in the entire tier. It is the most dangerous Pokemon in the entire tier, and it wasn't picked at all. It not dropped. It just was not picked, and that's unfathomable to me. But like I said, I wasn't even looking. Why would I look? Of course it was drafted. Why wouldn't, with however many people that are in this, 12 picks apiece? Of course, one of the draft picks, someone's gonna be like, oh, Mega Altaria is available. Nope, nobody did it. But great for me, I got it, and I love it. And I love it. Check out the stat line: 75 HP, 110 attack, 110 defense, 110 special attack, 105 special defense, 80 speed. Wow. Wow. Holy balls, that's crazy. Of course, item Megastone. It can Dragon Dance. It has a fantastic ability in Pixelate. It can be set up. It can go physical. It can go special. It can go mixed. My boy can be a cleric. It's got Heal Bell. Dragon Claws, Dragon Claw, Hyper Voice, Hyper Beam if you wanted to, Return, Dragon Rush, Draco Meteor, Outrage, Moonblast. Of course, some of those are normal. Pixelated, so. Status, D-Dance, Heal Bell, Roost, Agility for that matter, Cotton Guard, Substitute, Coverage Goes, Ice Beam, Earthquake, Flamethrower, and Fire Blast. Pursuit, actually, Steel Wing, and Heat Wave. I can't. Like I said, arguably the best Mega outside of anything goes in Ubers, and it's in the same boat as Kirum. It can do everything. It can just do everything ever. If it exists, he can do it. He can be physical power. He can be special power. He can be mixed. He can wall break. He can wall. Of course, Roost, Toxic. That kind of same as Kirum. Sub Roost Toxic. Why not? Do it. You know, who cares? Some of the strongest, those abilities, Pixelate, Aerialate, those kind of abilities, some of the strongest in the game. That they're crazy, and they make moves such as Hyper Voice and Return, from powerful moves to holy crap, stop killing me moves. And then just combine that with the fact that it's got one of the strongest stab offensive types in the game, and an immunity to the same type in Dragon. He just like I said, Draco, Dragon Rush on the physical side, Dragon Claw on the physical side. Ouch. Ouch. And it's just the coverage. It's the reason that he's so strong at OU. Of course, you already are running such powerful stab attacks, whether it's Draco or Moon or Hyper or Hyper Voice or Return or whatever you've decided, but there's things that wall Fairy and Dragon at the same time, specifically Steel. But you bring out Heatran, that's cool. Earthquake, bye. You bring out Ferrothorn or Scissor, that's cool. Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Heat Wave, bye. He's actually weak to Fairy himself. But you know what? He's got access to Steel Wing, which maybe not the best attack, but can definitely catch somebody off guard. You bring out a Florges because you think it's special, and then you think you can hit it with Moonblast for pretty powerful damage. No, you can't. I just one hit you. And then just to top it all off, on top of the fact that he's got, again, 110, 105 defenses, which is through the roof bulky. You definitely need super effective damage to combined with his Roost and the fact that he got Dragon Dance. You definitely need super effective damage to threaten him. And he just thrashes you once he Dragon Dances. And the amazing coverage. If you got the right coverage for the team, which by the way, I'm gonna know teams. I'm gonna know what 12, and I'm gonna pick the best moveset each time to adapt to the team that they're running. Well, you know what? You just got pooped on. You just got pooped on. There's nothing I can say about it. You got thrashed. Because I'm just going to pick the right 4 moves. Whether I think it should be physical, special, Wally, Stally, setup, Cleric with Heal Bell, whatever I feel like it needs to do, I'll do it. I'll do it, and I'll love it, and he'll be a god. And that, I guess, is the end of the video. I guess that's about it. That is all 12 of my Pokemon. That's everything that I have, and I love it. Like I said, didn't have the best stuff to start. I just sneezed a little. Typhlosion was in there. Mega Heracross, as I said, Spiritomb. There was just some stuff that, you know, while worked, I just weren't the best decision for me. So to recap, my 12 Pokemon for this draft that I'll be using in this league will be Omega, Porygon Z, Zoroark, Empoleon, Diggersby, Tornadus, Therian, Alomola, Hitmonlee, Haxorus, Cobalion, Kyurem, Regular, and my Mega is Mega Altaria, the all-powerful Mega Altaria that I cannot wait to use. By the way, I never said my name. I'm the Baltimore Blazikens. I think we're like, or at least probably like half an hour into this video, and I haven't even mentioned my team. The logo is there, over there. I'm the Baltimore Blazikens. I wanted the Braviaries, the Philadelphia Braviaries for the Philadelphia Eagles, but Braviary was taken, so we just went with my favorite Pokemon, and just my home, you know, my home state is Maryland, Baltimore. So Baltimore Blazikens is the team. As always, thank you guys for checking it out. The first match, I believe, is not coming. When I upload this, not the Saturday coming up. That is Wednesday as I record this, and we'll be uploading this. So it's not the Wednesday in a few days. Not the Saturday in a few days. It's the Saturday after that one. So it's about a week and a half away. My first matchup is against a fellow streamer named Tesla Mouse, who's a really good battler. So I have a little over a week to study what his Pokemon are and figure out, you know, obviously I'm not going to know movesets. You're able to switch them all week to week. So I'm just going to be able to pick up what Pokemon he's got, figure them out, and figure out what my best 6 for these will be. There might be Pokemon in here. I don't know. There may be a Pokemon here or two that is never used. It just might be the way it works out, you know. I don't know who it might be. You know, it might end up being Yanmega. It might end up being Hitmonlee. I don't know. If I feel like that I don't need that Pokemon, I'm not gonna force myself to use it. So there might be some Pokemon that I never use, and there will definitely be Pokemon that are in every match. Specifically, probably Altaria, honestly, and then maybe Kyurem. But then again, you know, that leaves me with double dragons, and while Altaria is immune to dragon and Kyurem's only neutral to ice, it does leave me with 2 weaknesses of fairy. I can cover that, but the point remains that it's there. So, but look forward for that. These will all be up. All my matches every week will be uploaded on YouTube. I will be doing a live recording, just like this with a face cam. I'll have the logo for each team, their current record in the association, and maybe their teams if I can get them on there. I don't know. Obviously, you're limited room on the layout, so but it'll be at least that, and then of course all of the battle and you know, I'll do like live reactions and stuff, which will be part of this stuff, and then we'll get them uploaded. We'll keep it up to date, and hell, maybe if I do good enough, maybe I make the playoffs that they're gonna have. Maybe I make the finals. Maybe I win. We'll see. I have a good enough team, definitely have a good enough team. Enough synergy on this team to do what I need to do. Absolutely, 100%. So we'll see what happens. As always, guys, thank you guys for taking time out of to watch the video. I really appreciate it. Sorry this one was so long. I didn't really have a choice. I have to go over and analyze 12-second Pokemon, or 12 Pokemon in a row, you know, just back to back to get you guys aware of the team. So this team is actually still subject to change. I have about a week to fix the team if I see if someone drops something, or if I realize something else. You know, maybe tomorrow I realize Garchomp isn't. He is, but just, you know, isn't taken, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I need that, you know. So we'll see what happens. But again, sorry, I'm rambling now. Thank you guys for taking your time out of the day to watch the video. Much appreciated. Look forward to these battles. I will keep you posted on Twitter about when they're about to happen, so that you can be aware of it. Should be cool. Of course, more discussion on my stream if you want to check that out at twitch.tv/squisherbane. The links to my stuff, Twitch, Twitter, and my Facebook, all down there under the NPA logo if you want to check those out. That's it for me, guys. So I'll see you guys hopefully with a battle versus Tesla Mouse where I win. We'll see, right? All right, peace, Realm Nation. Love you guys. Thanks for watching the video.